All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big welcome to all of you. We have an incredible team to give us a prelude to the GotBackUp project. This project has been around for the past 1.5 years and is changing the lives of people from across the world, from every corner of the world. Normally, the best is to come with your friends, with your families, with your acquaintances. This is the last important program you may have for today, especially for the weekend, so that you can enter the very week in grand style. We have an incredible class of people here. As they come on board, you'll be seeing that we'll be introducing them in the program. So, without much ado, we are going to invite Mrs. Enyonam Epiphania Sefenu. She's an incredible nursing lecturer and an entrepreneur. She's one of the incredible people we have in Africa in this project. And I want to welcome her as she takes us through the service of GotBackUp and how this can be of essential commodity to everyone in the world. So, we are all ears and we are listening to you.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, everyone, for joining this call. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, why are you here? We are here to present to you an opportunity that will help you skyrocket your life once again. All of us had dreams when we were young. We had very big dreams. But as life hits us, we start reducing those dreams that we had to achieve in life. When we start going to school, we start planning for big things. As soon as we finish school and get a job and start receiving our salaries, we start reducing the sizes of our dreams. We start rationalizing some of those things. So God Backup is here to help you revive those dreams. Is it to have a good income, or to have a big place to stay comfortably, or to have a family life that would sustain you? So how are they going to do it? God Backup is a company that is from Global Virtual Opportunities. It started in 1997 at Cotonou, Quebec in Canada. Then they moved to US because the size of their dream, realizing that it was bigger, had to move there to be able to get a place that will occupy it. They decided to ride on two trends that are sweeping the world. The first trend is what you are holding a phone right now, or you are watching this program on a laptop. The smartphone this era is over 15 billion in this world, and it's going to grow. I'm sure some of you here have multiple phones. And if you have something that has the ability to multiply, definitely it won't go down. Smartphones have been predicted to go to 18 billion in the next year. So it means that it is something that when you have a share in, it will keep growing. Every phone generates data that is generated by even the typing of message you have. And we've moved from an era from flop disk to pen drive, and now it's an era of cloud service, cloud storage. Your data that you are saving have been made so that it will be stored somewhere for you to protect you, that when you even lose whatever device you have, you can also have access to it. Look at the amount of money that is generated in this cloud service. As at 2022, it was $90 billion. We are in 2024 right now, and it's $134 billion that will be generated in this service, or this trend. This is what we are talking about. In the by the 2030, we realize that what it's going to $500 billion. If you have a share of this, you are investing in this, what do you think will happen? You will also be able to get your share out of it. Every phone has ability to help people out perform better. Your phone has become your source of alarm. You don't need to buy any extra alarm. We watch programs on our phone, we read on our phone. Lot of us, when we go to the toilet, these are statistics that have been collected. We use our phone when we go to the toilet. Right now, when you move from your house and you leave your phone, what do you think? As much as almost 90% of people said they will go back. If I should ask right now that I should put it in the section whether you go back or you continue wherever you are going if you leave your phone, I'm sure majority of the people will say they will go back and pick their phone. It makes us an easy when we leave it in the house because it is a source of our navigation. We can actually see maps on it and it will help us in many ways, other ways. But the problem with phones is that you can lose the data easily. Usually we think of only the outside of it, so we buy screen protectors and all those things. But the issue is that if the phone falls right now, you can lose everything on it. Phones are cracked every hour. They said what 5,700 screens are crashed in an hour. Phones, laptops get destroyed. I have lost my data on my laptop, over 6 years of data. You can imagine the uneasiness it gives. So when you lose those things, it makes it difficult for you to have access to it. And this keeps growing because devices, we keep buying more devices. And the second trend that this God backup is riding on is all of us are in it. To look for an extra source or stream of income. Whatever you do in this world, one stream of income can't take care of everything. In America, that is supposed to be the land of the dream. Over 42% of Americans do side jobs. That is what is existing. How much more those of us who are in countries that are low income generating countries? We need to get involved in this. So doing whatever you have, you need an extra stream of income to help you sustain your life. And because of that, God Backup has decided to ride on these two trends that keeps increasing as time goes on. God Backup started last year, April 2023, and already they are in 140 plus countries. You can imagine. I'm sure you on the call right now, you might be seeing your country displayed on the screen. Everywhere you know people, we have 195 countries in the world, and just imagine within this short period, this is how fast it is riding. So is it not the right time to also ride with it? Already what God backup has already prepared the avenue for us. Look at, we have less than 20 countries, less than 30 companies that are in the data storage or cloud storage era. And God backup is one of it. And phones keeps increasing. So now God backup is becoming one of the recognized brands. So imagine, out of what Google Drive has over 2 billion subscribers. Imagine just even 1 billion decide to use God backup. What do you think will happen? And you are here at this time looking at this. Imagine in 5 years what will happen with this, because data storage will not reduce, it will keep increasing. and we'll look at the various aspects of it right now. Prof will continue to tell us what this is about, and he will tell us the benefit you can derive from it. He's an expert in AI, and he's also what, a professor in the University of Ghana Business School. He has done this for a while. He knows the technicalities of this thing, and he will tell you what you can get from it and benefit yourself as we move on. Prof.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Enyonam, for your wonderful expose to the starting point of what we have. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever used Dropbox or Google Drive or iCloud, then it means that you know how data is working. You see, these days, a lot of people don't respect data until they lose data. My sister, my elder sister, put it on our family page yesterday that her phone has been stolen and she wants to use Samsung, find my mobile phone, that thing. And then she realized that she has not even registered with that Samsung, find my mobile thing. She's not even registered it. So there's no way she can track her mobile phone and ring it and track it. And I said, no problem. The mobile phone is gone. No problem. He said, that's not my problem. My problem is my pictures, my videos, all the information I have put on this thing since 2019 is all gone. And I said, but didn't you have a cloud space? She says, no, I didn't. The one I have, which was iCloud, is finished. It was only 5 gig and I could not have more. Okay. I mean, the way she's already having heart attack. She's already having heart attack. Data is so important that until you lose your files, until somebody steals your thing, you will see that data is okay. If somebody should steal my phone, I don't have a problem at all because everything I have on this phone has been cloned into GotBackUp. And it is way cheaper than the iCloud. You see, the reason why she did not upgrade beyond the 5 gigabytes of the iCloud was because it was expensive. You know, the reason why a lot of people don't do it is because it's expensive. Cash, it makes it very difficult for people to actually get it. And that is where the problem is. However, GotBackUp is way cheaper than iCloud. It is way cheaper than Google Drive. It is way cheaper than Dropbox. And yet it gives more value, added value than they will give. For example, iCloud will charge you $360 every year. GotBackUp charges you only $99 every year. Google Drive will charge you $216 every year. GotBackUp charges you only $99 every year. But you see, that is just a tip of the iceberg because GotBackUp gives you more than cheaper. It gives you more space, unlimited capacity to store your data. That is another significant thing. If you have your family member, your brother, your sister, your cousin, you can even share the space with them. You can give them 1 terabyte whilst you use 5 terabyte. You can give them 3 terabytes whilst you use the other terabyte. You can share up to 6 people the storage capacity. And that is another unique thing. With the other ones, for example, Google Drive, if you want to share up to 6 people, you have to pay over $1,000 every year. And here, GotBackUp, you pay less than $100 a year. That is why I stopped using my Google Drive. That is why I stopped using my Dropbox and decided to be using GotBackUp for the past 1.5 years now. But that is not the only thing. GotBackUp is highly secured like Google and Amazon. The security is tight. It's called military grade. It is 256 and it's a patented sequence of numbers. 256 sequence of numbers, which will never be cracked because 128 has never been cracked. So to crack 256 is impossible. And that is what GotBackUp uses. It is the same security the MIS in the UK use. It is the same security that the CIA, the military of the CIA, that's what they use. That's what they use to encrypt wet lists. If you have watched a movie called 24, you will understand the wet list. You know, secret codes and programming, that is what is happening. So GotBackUp is highly secure. So your data is known to you and to you alone. But there is more. You can use GotBackUp to do other things. It's collaborative. You can use it to do bulk email. You can send one bulk email and it will go to every single person that you know, to as millions of people at one go. Each person will get a message as if you personally sent it to him. So you can personalize an email and everybody will get a message. You see, I teach students who set up this thing for companies, and they charge them $20,000 to $30,000. And yet GotBackUp gives it to you and I for free at no extra cost. You can even automate an email. You can write one email, personalize it to everybody, say 100,000 people, and automate the email in such a way that you can tell the artificial intelligence algorithm that I want this email to go to all my people every Sunday at 8 o'clock. And every Sunday, 8 o'clock, everybody will get that message at the same time. That is how powerful, that is the uniqueness, that is the too much value that one can have in using this service. All at a cost lower than $100 a year, not a month, a year. And so if a person, and by the way, in case you probably don't know, the way data is growing, and these days, people can film in 4K videos. Are you aware? The quality, the content, the quality of the video is so sharp these days. And that is why it takes a lot of space. So these days, oh, the other thing is that if you can see your phone, have you seen that these days phones don't come with memory card anymore? Okay, that memory card, most new phones that are coming, you don't have the memory card. It's all internal. So once you use the internal memory, it's done because they want you to store your data now in the cloud. The ones that we normally know of are the iCloud and Google Drive, but they are about to cut down their price and their storage. iCloud gives you 5 gig. It's going to cut it down to 2.5. Google Drive gives you 15 gig. They're going to cut it down to 7.5. So, and the reason is that they want you to pay more. And so GotBackUp is a very good competitive bridge that can help you to be able to store your data. I deal a lot with data as an artificial intelligence expert, so I know how powerful this is. But when we say data, we are talking about your pictures. You and I both know times have come before where you have to delete some pictures because your memory is getting full. Not because of anything, it's simply because the memory is getting full. And that is why we all need to safeguard what we have. There's another benefit that you can have with GotBackUp, and it's the only one in the world that gives this benefit. In fact, I was showing my income, I think on Friday, when I did a presentation, I showed my income, and somebody backstage me, it was around $4,000, okay? And then the person was telling me, is that the kind of income you are getting monthly? Okay, that's which country will you be getting around $4,000? And the reason is because GotBackUp allows you and I to earn money whilst we are enjoying this service. Of course, it's not an investment. It's not a, you have to work at it. And if you are willing to work even a quarter of the effort you put in your normal job, GotBackUp will pay you more than your normal job. Right now, it pays me more than my normal job. And so, of course, it's because I put in a lot of effort. But even if you put in a lot of effort in your normal job, do you think you will earn more than your boss if you work more than your boss? Unless he's dead, but he's not dying this year, not even next year. And so the effort that we put into our jobs, it kills us and yet we don't get an equivalent return from that. The reason why I decided to do this project is because you cannot rely on your salary alone. Dark times are happening. Dark moment is happening. Many people are realizing that the way the world is going, if you rely on only your salary, or if you only think that all you have to depend on is depend on God, God will provide, and you don't take action, you will realize that even the manna, it did not fall on the mouth of people. They have to step out of the house to go and collect it. So that is why it's always good to have a backup, so that when dark times, dark moments, dark things happen, you have something to rely on. You know, one thing I always I ask myself that if there is an emergency right now in the family that requires you to bring 80,000, whatever currency and whatever you are, $80,000, 80,000 cedis, 80,000 rand, 80,000 rupee. Okay. If you are to bring that amount of money, do you think you have a breathing money right now sitting there that you can provide 80,000 easily? And I've asked this thing in many countries I've been to, and it's difficult. Okay, I'm currently in the UK. To get 80,000 pounds, you have to die first. Okay, so many people don't have income. They don't even have income sitting down for an emergency purpose. But we always think that, oh, as for us, I will not have a problem until the problem comes. Have a backup. So I decided to do this project. You don't need to be selling in GotBackUp. What you have to simply do is to do what I'm about to tell you. If you focus and do that every day, little, every day, little, you will make at least $1,000, minimum $1,000 every month. The rate at which you work more gives you more. You are paid according to the effort you put in. And that is what I like. So what you do is that every day, in fact, this presentation I'm doing, learn it. You have to learn what I'm saying today. Prepare and write the notes. Get the recording and learn it. Learn it. But until you start presenting yourself, what you want to do is to tell your friends and families that you have good news for them. Tell strangers too. You see, strangers are people you don't know. And these people you don't know, once you meet them and you compliment them about the address, about something they are having, you just collect their numbers. Once you've taken their numbers, you tell them that after exchanging the pleasantries, you tell them that you have good news for them. That's all. Anybody you call or you tell that you have good news for the person is going to ask you, what is the good news? And once the person asks you what is the good news, your job is to tell the person that you have an expert who will reveal the good news for you. You have doctors, we have nurses, we have professors who will reveal the good news. Then you invite the person to our meeting here. Every Friday, we do a presentation. Every Monday, we do a presentation. Every Thursday, we do a presentation. Every Wednesday, every Tuesday, every Saturday, every Sunday, we are doing presentation. Yours is to bring them here and be engaged. You will make some significant income. Let me show you some of the incomes you can make. Depending on how you are working, you will be earning 7 different incomes. Each of these income, in fact, I told somebody what I'm getting monthly. The person said, goodness me, the person is in Canada, by the way. The person said, goodness me, this is no joke. This is serious. The person used a certain word. He says, the person was just babahaged. Okay, the customer acquisition bonus alone, it is made up of $50 per person. $50 per person. So if every day you get even one person, that is $1,005. One person is $50. Now, how does that work? It's simple. You bring the person to us. We educate the person. The person is happy to start. The person will get the service. Remember, the service is just $99.97. You will get immediately $50 straight into your your back office, and then you can use your pay quicker. Pay quicker is now quick, okay, and then you can get the money transferred into your bank account as easy as it is. Now, that is just one of the incomes. It's not all of the income. It's just one out of the 7 different incomes that you can earn. There are other ones. Okay, these other ones, as you go further, they are the biggest. For example, the cycle. The cycle you can get as low as $50 a month and as high as $500,000 a month. Of course, these things are not going to happen immediately. You got to understand. Okay, like Dangote said, he said that he was not known in the first 20 years of his business. By the way, Dangote is the 12th richest billionaire in Africa. And he said the first 20 years of his business life, he was not known. He says he had to pull through. Elon Musk failed 188 times. Do you know that he has brought a new robot that can talk, that can cook, that can send your children to school? That robot started 7 years ago, and it failed almost 200 times before he made it. So sometimes when people are doing projects, the people that make the world move, they understand that it takes time. But others don't understand. Others want quick money, self-gratification, instant gratification. And because of this instant gratification, they don't have the patience and endurance to run a project. You can get another income known as cycle match. It's here. These are all the incomes here. Cycle match alone can pay you $250 per person, as the person is earning $1,000. So let me give you an example. Imagine you have 10 people and you are a sapphire. A sapphire simply means you have 50 people. These 50 people, you might not even know some of them. Some of them you don't even know anywhere. But whatever they do, the company pays you. And you have 50 people. This is how you get this income. If 10 of your people, out of the 50, 10 of them are people you personally sponsored. If each one of them is making $1,000, $1,000, you will get 25% of that, which means that every month you'll be getting $2,500. That is amount, the 250 times the 10 sapphire. But if you're not a sapphire, but you are a diamond, like I am, you will get 100% of whatever they are getting. So if they are getting $1,000 and there are 10 of them, they're getting $1,000, you will get $10,000 every month. You see, wisdom is knowing the obvious when it's a secret. The people who are great today, they are great today because they took advantage of the advantages yesterday. Nothing good comes cheap. I knew this. And so doing things that are hard are good because it helps you to be able to propel ahead of the world. I like the point Lillian is saying. She says, take advantage of your advantage now. Okay. And it's very important. A lot of people don't know how the world is going. Right now, election is coming. In the US, in multiple places in the world, election is coming. You just don't know what is going to happen. Have this. Whilst doing your job, don't stop your job. Oh. Continue doing that job of yours. But put the same energy also into this. And you look at the two for the next 2 years. I'm telling you, I have been doing this for 1 year. I'm telling you, this thing pays more than 4 times what I'm getting in my actual salary. So it takes your you see, faith is important. Faith and belief is important. Because the way you have been programmed, you have been programmed to think that everything is scam. That's how I was programmed. That is how you have been programmed, that everything is scam. Everything won't work, or everything will not happen. And because of that, even when God has opened the door, it makes it difficult for us to pass through. And so I had to change my programming. I had to understand how my programming works and then reprogram my mind. And that is why today I have decided to do this project. And I'm not relenting, so don't relent. Don't be reminded to be successful. Don't be reminded. God is successful. Jesus was successful. Okay. Don't be reminded to be successful. If you think that you need income, then make sure you are doing income generating activities. That's why you go to work. You go to work. Why? Because you love working. You don't want the money. If they stop paying you for 6 months, will you continue to work? So you want more income. So this thing will pay you more. So pay attention to it. Now, how do you start? Well, you can start by getting only the service. Don't go for the income. If you don't want to be part of the project, you don't want the income, fine. Just go for the service, $99.97 every year. Renew that every year. And then if you want the project plus the service, you just add $20 to it a year. This is just $20 a year. You add it to the service. So every year you pay $119. That's it for a whole year. And you will make an income way more than that amount. Once you get your free people, you have already gotten $150. You remember, each person is $50. Each person is $50. So by the time you get free people, you already have gotten what you are paying for the year. GotBackUp will also give you some incredible advantage, which is called personal development. You will learn. You will learn how to be more. You see, right now, you are not getting more because you have not become more. The people that are making $100,000, there's one MP I was talking to just last weekend, and the MP is telling me he's making around $250,000. And the reason is because he has become more. He said, Doc, I have built myself. I've gone to Dubai. I've learned how to do businesses. I've negotiated myself. I had to learn how to build houses, I learned how to do proper investment. I learned. He says, I paid money to develop my psyche. But a lot of people think that it is easy. Whenever you get someone who can improve your life, don't beg him for money. Beg him for knowledge. Knowledge is asset. That's why Hosea 4:6 says, lack of it, my people perish. So you can be God's people and you still be perishing financially, perishing marriage-wise, perishing job-wise, perishing in anything because you lack the requisite knowledge. Well, GotBackUp teaches you how to build you to become better. Because you see, people will put money into your hand when they recognize that you are better. When they recognize that you are helping them improve their life. That's how it works. So here we train you on how to even do what we call branding. For example, you're a housewife. You can learn how to brand yourself and make money. You're a teacher. You teach mathematics or English. You have to learn how to teach that same thing on social media. And then that will subscribe itself. People don't know these things. So they're always struggling. They think that when they go to school, first degree, second degree, third degree, that's when their life will be better. It's not true. We have had all of that, but we are still doing this project. Okay? Why am I still doing this project if I have 5 degrees? Wisdom is the ability to see the obvious, even when it is a secret. Okay? So we have a service you need. Okay? Let me tell you why I know you need, because you're having this mobile phone. You have a mobile phone, you have an iPad or laptop. As long as you have this thing, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You will need this project. You will need it. Even if you don't want the project, you will need the service. So pay attention to it. It will support you. It will help you. And besides, it's cheap. This is $120 a whole year. You pay $120, it will take 365 days before you pay another one. And yet you will make money whilst you are using it. Is it risky? Everything is risky. Pregnancy is risky. COVID-19 is risky. You are alive. You know, so many people, over 1 million people died during COVID. You are alive. So when things are risky, it doesn't mean that you should not do it. Pregnancy is risky, but people are giving birth by heart. But I can tell you for free that GotBackUp is not risky. You don't lose money because you still have a service. But more importantly, you can gain more money if you want. So the other thing is that even if you don't do this thing, do something. Do something. Illness can hit you. Your job will not take you forever. I know some directors of government institutions, when they went on retirement, all the contracts they used to get are gone to their successors. There was one man, he told me that, Kweku, I never knew that life could be tough like this. The economy can change. But you see, a lot of people are hoping that a new government will come, isn't it? They are hoping that a new government, okay, whether Mahama, Nana, Obama, Osama, nothing will change except you. You see, when you change, it doesn't matter which government comes in power. You don't care because you have changed. And that is why I believe that you want to have something that you control rather than something that controls your life. Tomorrow, Monday morning, the heart attack rate will rise by 35% because people are going to jobs they don't even like. People are working. The way people are working, people are working. And some people too are traveling abroad. Have you seen that thing? They are traveling. They are traveling, thinking that when they go to UK. I had a friend, he traveled to the UK. He went to Liverpool. When he got there for 6 months, he said, Kweku, it's still not good. So he had to go to US. He went to US. Now he's looking for a job. It's been 1 year. It's hard. If you like, think about it. You think that Americans are here doing this project. Americans, the land of the dream. You go and check the leaderboard. You will see that the number of people in this project, most of them are Americans. I wish I can show my screen. I would have shown you all of this thing. Most of these people are Americans. Why are Americans doing this project? America is said to be the land of the dreams, and yet those people are doing what we are doing. What does that tell you? It tells you that it doesn't matter where you are, you need to do projects like this. It is critical. It is important. Let me show you something, okay, if it will work at all. And Enyonam, please confirm if the screen is showing. I want to show them something. Okay.
Yeah, the screen is, I don't know. Is the slide that is showing?
Okay, so watch. Confirm if the screen is showing now. Is it showing now?
Still the slides.
Oh.
The slides.
All right. It says here that it is showing, but if it is not showing, then because I wanted to show them the people in the organization, okay, which countries they are from. Look at the top 10, the top 9 and the top 10 people. Okay, there are Africans in there. Okay. Anyway, you said it's not showing, so let me stop it. So the thing is this, ladies and gentlemen, you need to see opportunity when they are knocking. And always watch the people who are taking the opportunity seriously. And ask yourself, these people, are they daft or they are sensible? If they are sensible, analyze it and see whether you can be part of the changing environment. Let me ask you something before we go to the panelists. Do you think now is the best time to back up your data, or you think 10 years time? Do you think now is the best time to earn more income, or we should wait for 2029 before you think that you need to start earning more income? Do you think now is the time to build your connections across the world? Do you think now is the time to be able to manifest your reality, or you think we should wait for 2030? Well, the word decide ends with the word side, like suicide and homicide and genocide. You're about to take a decision. And by the way, if you have registered, you have taken a decision. But you can register and still lose. Let me tell you why. You can register in this project and still lose because you are still doing nothing. And the only evidence that will prove that you are doing something is when you are calling those who are doing well. When you see the people that are doing well, you call them, you seek guidance from them. You attend these presentations we are doing. You attend the trainings, you attend the presentation, you attend the training. It builds you, it expands you, it wows your brain capacity, and you become better. I've always realized that if a person is not humble, the person cannot be able to do this project very well. Because me, I'm a doctor and I'm a professor, but I have to humble myself to learn. And sometimes some of the things people tell me, if I had ego, I would have stopped. I would have stopped by now. If your ego is big, don't do this. Don't even start. Don't start. People will bruise your ego. Some people who are my own students, they will laugh at me. They will tell me that I'm wasting my time. One guy said that, am I now a seller? I'm the person's lecturer, but he's calling me a seller. Forgetting that I can fail him in his exams, you know. So you got to be willing to experience anything from anybody. Insult will come from anybody. But if you are humble like Jesus is, you will sail through and you'll be standing on your own right-hand side. You will sail through and people will see your glory, and your glory will magnetize them to it. Nothing good comes cheap. These are some of the people in the organization who are achieving significant results all across Africa. You too can become part of the GotBackUp family. Okay. Now, the word poor is an acronym for passing over opportunities repeatedly. The word fear is an acronym. It stands for false evidence appearing real. The reason why many people don't take action is because they are afraid. They are afraid of the consequences of their actions. That is why they don't take. But I'm telling you, if you do this and remain in it and keep on, even if people don't listen to you in the very early months, stay on, because you see, life will ask you, do you really want it? You say yes. Life will ask you again, are you sure you really want this thing? You will say, yes, I want it. Life will say, are you sure? You will say yes. Then life will put a stone in front of you, a very big stone. And life will tell you, jump it. Jump it. If you really want it, jump it. Once you finish and you jump the stone, life will now put a tall tree in front of you. Jump that one too. So for the people that you think they are doing well in life, mark it. It doesn't matter whether they serve God or not. You go and check the top 10 billionaires. Okay, 8 of them are atheists. They don't believe in God. It doesn't matter. Once life is a gravity. Once you have been able to understand the operations of life, life will test you whether you want it or you don't want it. That is why the poor will remain poor and the wealthy will remain wealthy, because both of them are good. You think they are not good? I'm telling you, somebody is poor, he thinks he's good. That is why you can go to a very dirty environment. The moment you get to that environment, you say, this place is very, very bad. Then the person who is eating around that place will tell you that there's nothing wrong with this. There is nothing wrong. Why? Because his programming has told him that money itself is even evil. Even though he wants it, okay, his programming has told him that being poor is good. And so it doesn't matter what he does. His programming is not leading him to get what he wants. And that is where you don't want to be. You want to be able to succeed, because remember that God is an abundant God. And you have to have him. If you were created truly in his image, you cannot. It's even, King Solomon said it in Ecclesiastes. He says that poverty is a sin. Being poor is a sin. That's why when God told him that, I know he didn't ask for wealth, but I'm going to give you wealth. He didn't say, God, please, 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 I beg you, I don't want wealth. I don't want wealth. He says, bring it on. That's what he said, bring it on. Okay. And King Solomon's wealth is said to be $2.3 trillion. If he was alive today, King Solomon would be wealthy more than the top 10 billionaires' income put together. You know what he said? He said, it is not noble. Okay. If you read Ecclesiastes 7, he said, it's not noble to be poor. It is not noble. There is no nobility in poverty. That is the wisest man who ever lived. And the wealthiest man who ever lived, he is talking. He understands. He understands. And that is why you don't have to blow things away and think that, if you don't want the income, you bring it to me, I'll give it to the poor for you. All right, so let me go back to Evans. Evans, you're on the call. What has been one of the things that you have experienced in GotBackUp that impresses you the most?
So thank you, Prof, for such an amazing presentation tonight. One of the key things that have really benefited in this project GotBackUp is the fact that GotBackUp is an eye-opener in many ways. Why am I saying an eye-opener in many ways? It has come to actually equate better our lives in terms of backing up our data and our digital lives. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I don't worry about taking pictures or videos. Everything on my laptop and my phones are backed up. That is one of the key things that impressed me with GotBackUp. And the price tag on it is very low. And aside that, it's giving you an opportunity to use this as a project, something that you own. You are the owner of it. It's really beautiful. You are the owner of it. Currently, let me ask this question. Let's say you want to start a project of a business. You will need a shop, a store. You have to go and rent it and all that, get tools into it and all that. This will cost you more than maybe 10,000 Ghana cedis. But GotBackUp, the amount that you pay for the whole year, which comes with, you have a backup, your back office, you have the service, and there's so much. In fact, the community that you share yourself with is beautiful. Positivity is at top level. So the benefit of GotBackUp, I think I say, is endless. It keeps evolving. Every now and then it keeps evolving. So I'll end it here. There's a lot of things I think will be added on.
Very good, very good. Enyonam, you have been a platinum. You are one of the only 3 platinums we have in Africa, okay, in GotBackUp. Would you say that it is not, is if you are a busy person, because I know you are also a nursing lecturer and an entrepreneur, and you are a very great woman in your church and all of that. Do you think that anybody can combine this and do his normal job?
Yes, Prof. I keep telling people this is one of the easiest business. I've been involved in many businesses, and this is one of the easiest business you can get involved in. All you need is your phone. That's all. Any time of the day, night, anywhere you are, all you need is what? Internet access, which you already have. We are using the phone to do many things. We are using it to get online, to do other things that does not really pay us. And the same internet you are using to do those things, this is what you need. What I like about GotBackUp is that everything has been systematically planned. To be frank, if you don't have anyone to direct you and you sign up and you go to your website, everything is there at your fingertips. All you need to do is study it yourself. You have a unique link for yourself. You can post it anywhere on any social media platform, and whoever clicks on it, access comes to you. Your status is there for you. You don't pay anything for it. All you need to do is that use it for yourself. Presentations are done for people. They are not saying that necessarily you would have to do the presentation yourself. There are leaders who are committed to do that in all the languages you can think of. Some of the languages you don't even know, but if you ask, you will get access to it. People are doing the presentation. All you need to do is that connect your network to this system. As they get in, as you learn with them and you go with them. When you realize that the income is becoming more, you can decide to leave some of the things that is draining your time. This will help you buy back your time and you can use it more easily and comfortably with whatever you do. This is what I like about it. All you need to do is that structure your day. You can say 15 minutes every 2 hours or something, and do something about something that will give you a better form of income that is sustainable, because whether you like it or not, data is growing. In the next 5 years, you will see the relevance of getting this thing seriously. If you are someone who is very busy, take this thing, just apportion your day, and in the next 5 years you will be thankful that you may think you are wasting your time, but you realize that it's a profitable waste of time you are investing in this.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Nick was asking the question, how can I invite people to the Sunday? So, Nick, we have the YouTube link. Every Sunday, you see this thing on the YouTube link. All you have to do is to go and give the link. Okay. Right now, you are watching it on YouTube. Okay. So, if you are watching it on YouTube, all you have to do is to go to the link. The link is posted usually on Friday or Saturdays. So, once you get to the YouTube link, you can give the YouTube link to whoever you want to give it to, and then the person can be part of this. So you don't need to worry. Besides, somebody may have invited you here. You can also ask the person about how to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a program that you can do it wherever you are. Okay. When I'm in the US, I can do this. When I'm in Ghana, I can do this. Now I'm in the UK, I'm doing this. It's a choice. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. But remember, the consequences of any decision you take today will be clear next time. And for those of us who are doing this project, do it well. Download the app onto your phone. Download it, put it on your phone, put it on your phone, put it on your laptop, put it on your iPad, put the phone there, install it. And if you have a challenge, ask how to go around it. There are several videos, by the way. On this very YouTube channel, the GVO channel, it has multiple videos, multiple thousands of videos that will guide you on how to upload every file onto your backup. Do it. And then once you've done that, make sure you have learned the presentation. You see, for some of you, because you do not have a clear way on how to present the presentation, okay, and that is because you are not probably learning how to present it, that is why people might not listen to you the way you would have wished they listened to you. If you learn how to present this thing to anybody, the person will see that this thing is a good thing. But at least if you cannot learn to do that, let us do the talking for you. Okay, you can invite us to anywhere in the world, okay, on Zoom or in person, and we will talk to your people for you. But whilst we are doing that, be learning. Come here every Sunday. Next time you're coming here, bring 1, 2, or 3 people along with you. Always participate in your own rescue, because your glory days will come at a time you are not probably aware. We are following people ahead of us. You are following us. Learn as much as you can, because as long as people have this machine, a time is coming. You know, people used to say that Facebook, forget it, Facebook. These days, if you're not even on Facebook, you don't even know what to do. You have to go to Facebook and go and watch the news. You have to go to YouTube and go and watch the news. You have to go on YouTube or Facebook and watch the internet. Like people, I remember the days when mobile phone even came. People said that is evil. And yet today, now people who started Facebook, there were only three. Three people started Facebook. Today, there are 3.5 billion people. Now, do you know how many people started this GotBackUp? There were only two, Joel and Mike. As I'm speaking to you, the number of people now are around 70,000. What do you think will happen by 2030? You see the thing? It's only by wisdom you can see that future. It's only by wisdom. It is the ability to see the unseeables whilst it remains a secret. And we can see it. And I'll tell you briefly why I can see this. Because AI, artificial intelligence, will take over the world. You see the new Optimus that was developed by Elon Musk. See, go and check the top 10 billionaires. 7%, 70% of them, 7 of the top 10, they are all engaged in data and AI. Why do you think Elon Musk went to buy Twitter and called it X? The guy was engaged in electric cars, SpaceX, and all of that. Why do you think he did that? It is data. Come on. Because Twitter is generating videos and data. Why do you think Mark Zuckerberg, even though he was the owner of Facebook, why do you think he went to buy Instagram and also buy WhatsApp? It's data. It's artificial intelligence. Why do you think Elon Musk has just created the Robo Optimus? The price is $20,000 to $30,000. And he can send it to take your children to school. He can be your protector. He can cook your food for you and all of that. Why? It is artificial intelligence. So we can see where the world is going. The next 5 years, 10 years is a very monumental time. Is at that time that you are saying that, okay, I think these people were talking about it. See, if you like, go and Google Skylink. It is by Elon Musk. And why he, even though he knew that Africans are poor, why did he still bring Skylink to Africa? And it is now in 15 African countries. Why? Wisdom is knowing the obvious when it is a secret. Take your GotBackUp seriously. Dance to it. It will reward you abundantly. Evans, your last words. What do you want to tell the audience? And then we are done.
My last words to the audience is that data is promising, and in fact, GotBackUp the future. It is sustainable, and the future is bright. So there's no need for you to look back, but rather look at the current trend, because it is going to blow. It is definitely going to be a very new thing for the next 5 to 10 years. So this is a time for you to get on board. Get on board. Whether you know inside or if you don't know anything, just get on board. Learn as much as you can. Believe me, in a year's time, if you look back, see that you have actually taught so much, learned so much. In fact, you're going to move forward. That is where the miracle is. So my last words is that. Please, just
thank you. Thank you so much. Enyonam, any last words you want to give to the audience?
Yes. My dear partner watching us, whether you are already in or you are coming in, the CEO's dream is to take this company to $1 billion. You are here right now. I mean, this project, not even the whole company, just got back up to $1 billion. We here are partners. The company is paying 75% of generated income. What does that imply to you? As has been said, whether we like it or not, AI is here. And without cloud storage, AI can work well. We are in a project that has the possibility of exploding exponentially. This is what you are having an access to. If you don't understand anything about technology, if you understand little, stay in. Next year by this time, you will realize that you are more knowledgeable that time than you were today. But if you run away because things are not clear, you are missing something out. In the next 5 years, regret is the most painful thing one can experience. Stay in, decide that you will learn. Whatever it is, the phone you are holding, when you were born, it wasn't handed over to you. You had to learn how to use it. You can learn this thing too and become better in it. And become a shareholder in that $1 billion that the CEO has the dream to take this project to. And it will help you and your generation. That is what I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It will help you and your generation. So it will not only help you, it will help you and your generation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for being on the call. It's been a pleasure having all of you. Speak to the person who has invited you, who gave you the link. Tell that person, look, I want to just give it a try. I don't know, but I want to give it a try. Whatever happens should happen. Whatever happens should happen. I will give it a try and I will stay on it when I start it. I will not come and start it and run away. I will stay and I will do the do because it will reward the reward. Okay. So I want to say thank you so much indeed for being here. Let's go tell the world starting tomorrow. Don't ever meet a stranger and bypass that stranger. Tell that stranger, I have good news for you. That's all. The stranger will tell you what is the good news. Then tell that stranger, this is my number. Give me your number. That's what you should tell the stranger. Tell the stranger, I have good news for you. The stranger will ask you, what is it? Tell the stranger, this is my number. Give me your number. We'll talk about it later. We can't talk about it on the street. Okay. And that's it. Keep doing that every day. Every single day. Success is not a comfortable procedure. Success is buried right underneath your frustration. If you are not willing to dig, you will not find your gold. You are standing 6 feet down your goal. You got to dig. Keep on digging. Keep on digging. Keep on digging. Your success rate will increase over time. Not at a time, but over time. And so stay in the zone. Stay in Noah's Ark. If you go outside the Noah's Ark, there is flood. There is flood. Stay in the ark. Learn from Noah. Learn from the people who are in the ark. Okay. Consider yourself fortunate to have come to know GotBackUp. Don't belittle it. Don't joke with it. It will reward you abundantly. Thank you very much indeed, Evans Agyei. He is a super medical sonographer, a diagnostic radiographer. He's a musician, a music teacher, and he has been an instrumental person. From the beginning of this project in Africa, he has been very instrumental. I appreciate you quite a lot for being there, Evans. Mrs. Enyonam Epifania Sefenu, a gargantuan gagamamus, a nursing lecturer. This lady has a Facebook channel. If you like, go to her channel, she sometimes dances and then she exercises and then she speaks some voluminous information there. Okay. Go and watch the positivity she brings onto her social media channel. Once she posts something, you see the world commenting on it. Okay, that is the sort of woman that you have here. And all of these incredible people are actually doing GotBackUp. And you, Opele, you want to joke with it? Don't joke with it. Thank you very much indeed for coming. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you again in the course of the week. And bye-bye.